Hello everyone, this is Dennis from LinkedSuperPowers. I'm super excited since I'm here today with the co-writer of our latest article, which is about using the right technology to grow the sales of your small business. Brian Singer is a marketing and technology researcher, a sales growth expert, and the president of cloud applications at Boundless Innovation. Brian, thank you for this discussion, and I just wanted to let you know that it's an honor to have you as a co-writer on our latest article.
Dennis, likewise. It was great reading the article with you.
Thank you. So let's get straight to the point like we always do. What do you think?
Well, Dennis, when it comes to digital marketing and technology, small businesses today really don't have a well-defined resource or go-to place where they can get all the information they need and the right roadmap on, how to go about their business. And the reason, digital marketing is such a big important thing with technology today is that it's really generated in large part by the largest companies that we often take for granted. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Snapchat. And, frankly, there's so much sophisticated marketing that's disguised as entertainment. And it comes from these giant companies. And what it does is it dominates everyone's attention. People just don't realize it. So as a result of this, small businesses aren't nearly as visible and influential to reaching customers as they are. In fact, a recent article that I just read was that $1 for every 2 that is spent on the internet actually goes to Amazon. I mean, so that's a pretty eye-opening statement. So it's a big problem in a digitally relevant society. Where do small businesses go to have the resource to compete? Make sense?
Indeed, it does. I think it's very important that you focus and support small businesses in this way, because I think this is where you focus, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. So I'm confident your expertise and knowledge brings great value to them. So here we go. Do you believe small businesses are in a position to compete with their larger competitors sales-wise? And if yes, how can this be possible?
Sure. Certainly from a dollar-to-dollar standpoint, small businesses, can't compete with companies like Amazon, but they have to get more creative in how they do it. And so you've got to get more sophisticated, and you've got to use digital marketing and your social media presence all combined. Now, I know it's a real general statement, but there are some ways to do that. And that's why our business, we focus specifically on small businesses to help them wrap their arms around that. So the important part of all of this is that you need to use digital marketing in such a way that you create a connection and you're communicating with your customers in real time. So yes, they can do it.
Totally agree. Being more sophisticated, creative, monitoring the latest trends and utilizing latest technologies is crucial for small business success today. Now, could you name some innovative technologies that a small business could be using, and in what sense?
Sure. So, as a firm, what we're looking for is what's the next big thing? And then beyond infancy, in other words, a technology might come on our radar, but then we need to make sure, is it going to work for small businesses everywhere? And so the next big thing that we see, which is actually happening right now, is the advent of using Wi-Fi as a way to generate customer traffic and customer communication. So how we arrived at this is that if you look at how, I hate to use the word addicted, but how much people want Wi-Fi, more than 90% of people connect to Wi-Fi hotspots everywhere they can. And that's up over 25% in just the last few years. And when you combine that with the constant use of smartphones, you have the perfect recipe for using Wi-Fi as a way to communicate with customers. So, to look at this another way is that this is just another way of delivering a better customer or digital experience that customers just come to expect because of businesses like Amazon, Google, and Facebook. How they communicate with you is a very provocative digital marketing experience. I said, it was disguised as entertainment. Wi-Fi, using smartphones and customers' desire to be on Wi-Fi and to surf the internet for free, is the perfect marriage and logical place for a digital marketing platform. And so that's where we see Wi-Fi being used, so that you can communicate with customers in real time. And you can also use it as a way to impact your online reputation, and you can also drive customer loyalty. You can also mine data. By using Wi-Fi, when customers connect, then you can gather all this data about your customer. So it's a very exciting time for businesses to compete today in a whole new way.
That's awesome, and indeed a very exciting time for small businesses to compete with this type of technologies available. Could you give us some examples of real-life applications of this?
Sure. So let's say, for example, you're going to go to your favorite restaurant of choice down the street or wherever you go, okay? And so using GDPR compliance, customers are looking for Wi-Fi and they opt in to the free Wi-Fi that's available at the restaurant. And then while they connect to the Wi-Fi, suddenly the system starts generating communication through email messages to that customer. Customer learns about all the special things about that restaurant, maybe their specials, their loyalty program, birthday specials, any special offers they have. And every time you visit that business, that Wi-Fi that you just connected to remembers every time you walk in that door. So it's connecting with you, the customer, and it's also connecting with your phone. On top of that, the Wi-Fi we talked about mining data. It remembers how much or what was the average amount of money that you spent, and also monitors and provides the business owner with a lifetime value of that customer. These are just a few of the ways that you can communicate with customers and create this really powerful, provocative digital marketing, entertainment-like communication that customers come to expect. Let's say that favorite restaurant, suddenly you fell out of favor, and you haven't been back in 30 days. The Wi-Fi system could remember that you haven't been back and automatically generate a message to you encouraging you to come back and take advantage of a coupon to save 20% on your next visit. You could even use the system by remembering, let's say Wi-Fi, when you connect. Let's say you had a great visit or you had a not so great visit, and after your meal, you decide to leave a review of that restaurant. Well, imagine the Wi-Fi system pointing you to exactly where that restaurant wants you to leave that review. And then if the customer leaves a review, imagine the owner of that business getting a message instantaneously right on their smartphone, and you get notified in minutes, and you can communicate with that customer in the event they left a poor review. So as you can see, Wi-Fi opens up a whole new world for businesses to really capitalize on creating that bond and connection with customers in ways they've never done before.
That's amazing. Thank you for these real examples of real-life applications of this technology. Last question. Do you feel the right use of social media platforms such as LinkedIn could greatly contribute to the growth of sales for small businesses?
Oh, absolutely, Dennis. I think lots of people are still waking up to this. And I've seen, because we do a lot of market research, we see a lot of more businesses, small businesses particularly, recognizing the value of LinkedIn and also and driving their social media presence and how they come across. And plus, since we talked earlier in the interview this morning, we live in a digitally relevant society today. If your business or you as a person want to have a strong presence and be able to communicate and connect with your customers, you've got to have a strong LinkedIn presence and also across other social media platforms. Honestly, that's probably why so many people use LinkedSuperPowers. Anyway, that's why I do, right?
Exactly. Having a stellar LinkedIn presence and knowing how to utilize this extremely powerful tool, LinkedIn, in the most effective way is a must for business success nowadays. Brian,
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time today. What do you say? Shall we now let our readers dive into our article for more details about using the right technology to grow the sales of their small business?
Absolutely. It's a great article, and there's lots of nuggets there you can use in your business.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's been a real pleasure having you here today.
Yeah, likewise, Dennis. Take care. Thank you.